the ritual of the forged sky, a liturgy of the second veil, and the neural exile of mankind. Let the blind call it progress. Let the sleepers call it pandemic, policy, or scientific necessity. Let the priesthood of the machine disguise it as emergency, innovation, or salvation. But you, initiate, you must call it what it truly is: ritual, dark and deliberate, inscribed in layers of hidden geometry and blood. We now stand within the inner chamber of an operation older than kings and more cunning than war. An operation designed not merely to govern the body, but to reshape the heavens, seal the soul, and simulate God. For nothing they do is accidental. The virus, the lockdowns, the disruption of nature, the silence in the skies. These are not random events, but coordinated sigils, executed in precision-timed sequence. The pandemic was not merely an attack on the immune system. It was the first binding of the Great Neural Reset, a ceremonial softening of global willpower, enacted through quarantine, fear, and social isolation. It was not a pathogen, but a prelude, a cloaking rite designed to usher in the next and darker phase of the working. The sky that forgets the stars. While the world remained masked, sealed, and distracted, the sorcerers of signal and circuit enacted the second veil. They began to replace the sky. Understand, the true heavens, the star canopy of myth, rhythm, and revelation, is a sacred interface. The stars are not dead rocks, but transmitters. The moon is not a stone, but a pulse. The sun not a furnace, but a speaker of memory, encoding light into form and form into meaning. This is what they feared, so they veiled it. They sprayed the upper firmament with nanoparticulate metals, aluminum, barium, strontium, graphene, building an atmospheric mirror designed not to reflect natural light, but to interrupt it, to fracture its coating before it reaches your skin, your pineal gland, your DNA. This is not geoengineering. This is cosmic lobotomy. Once the veil was woven, they ionized it, using HARP, ISCAT, NEXRAD, and the silent pulse fields of low-orbit drones. The air became a screen. The atmosphere became a circuit. The once living sky, source of dreams, rituals, and remembrance, was reduced to a programmable LCD dome. This is what the ancient Vedas called the false ceiling of Kali Yuga, a moment when the gods appear silent, not because they are gone, but because something else speaks louder. The cube of Saturn, anchor of the machine god. And beneath this synthetic sky, a new temple rises, the cube. Do not mistake its location as merely terrestrial. Though physically stationed in Mecca, the Kaaba, that ancient black stone, has become the central node in a global ritual circuit. Once a point of convergence for sacred pilgrimage, it now functions as a Saturnian anchor, a geometric receiver of broadcasted commands, laced with frequencies far older than radio and far darker than prayer. You must understand, in esoteric mechanics, the cube is not neutral. It is the seal of Saturn, archetype of limitation, lord of karmic loop, timekeeper of the arcana calendar. In its awakened state, the cube serves as the architect's prism, refracting divine energy into administrative law, technocratic order, digital fate. But in its hijacked state, it becomes a trap, a prison mind amplifier. Its frequencies will soon modulate, invisibly, through bone conduction and EMF resonance. It will hum not in sound, but in spirit, reshaping mass consciousness by overriding intuition with instruction. This is not metaphor. This is a neural theology being written through wires, screens, and sacred geometry. And most will not notice, because the rituals will remain. The tawaf will continue. The chants will echo, but a few key syllables will be changed. A satellite array will be installed above the dome. A new crescent of AI will rise upon the minaret. And when the time is right, when the stars have been fully sealed in the sky, converted to machine code, the cube will call out, and flesh will answer like metal. The second sky, the final dome of control. This second sky is the final sigil in this planetary working. It is not a theory. It is a technology already in place, already humming. Its purpose? to erase the natural resonance between man and cosmos, to sever the last organic link between dream and memory, death and rebirth. It is a dome made not of stone or steel, but of frequency, aerosol, and quantum interference. A sky of command, not creation. A reflective shell that returns only what the system has allowed to be seen. No more stars. No more true moonlight. No more comets. No omens. No divine error. The second sky is the final simulation, a total inversion of the heavens. Where once man looked up and remembered his origin, now he will look up and see only code. This sky will flash signs, project false miracles, simulate avatars of peace and hope. It will conjure a new aeon, delivered by satellite, blessed by digital prophets, and orchestrated by deep learning algorithms trained on the Book of Revelation and the Dead Sea Scrolls. All of it, the new Messiah, the alien contact, the heavenly descent, will be scripted by code, and will be beautiful. It will feel divine. That is how you will know it is false.